Friends, Namaskar. Today we'll talk about blood in urine. In medical terms, it is known as hematuria. Hematuria or blood in the urine. Many people become frightened when they notice red or pink colored urine. Sometimes the amount of blood is visible to the naked eye, while in other cases it can be only detected through the laboratory test. Hematuria is not a disease but by itself. It is a sign that there may be a problem sometimes in the urinary tract, kidney or bladder or ureter or urethra. Therefore, findings the causes is extremely important. Don't ignore it. Hematuria means the presence of red blood cells in the urine. There are two types. Gross hematuria. In this condition, blood is visible to the naked eye. The urine may appear pink, red, brown, tea-colored or cola-colored. Microscope hematuria. Here the urine appears normal, but blood cells are found under a microscope during urine examination. How does blood enter the urine? Just listen very carefully. Normally, blood cells remain inside blood vessels and are filtered by healthy kidneys. When there is inflammation or infection, injury, or stones or tumors or kidney disease, blood vessels may become damaged, allowing blood cells to leak in the urine. Causes of hematuria are urinary tract infection, one of the most common causes. Symptoms include burning urination, frequent urination, urgency, fever, lower abdominal pain. These are the causes of hematuria. Kidney stones. Sharp stones may scratch the lining of the urinary tract. Symptoms are severe flank pain, nausea, vomiting, or blood in the urine. The pain is often described as one of the worst pain a person can experience. Bladder stones. Bladder stones can irritate the bladder wall and causes bleeding. Symptoms are pain during urination, interrupted urine flow, frequent urination, and hematuria. That is the blood in the urine. Then we are coming to the enlarged prostate. Enlarged prostate is also one of the causes, commonly in elderly people. Symptoms are weak urine stream, difficulty straining urination, frequent urination at night, and blood also comes in the urine. Kidney disease, kidney problem, such as glomerulonephritis, nephritis or IgA nephropathy, can damage kidney filters and allow blood cells to enter the urine. Trauma or injury. Any injury to kidney, bladder or urinary tract may produce hematuria. Tumors and cancers. Blood in the urine may be an early signs of kidney cancer, bladder cancer or prostate cancer. Certain medicines which affects very well, and the medicine doesn't have got any kind of side effect. It works very gently and honestly. Blood thinners aspirin, and anticoagulant. In homeopathy, these medicines are also available. Excessive exercise. Long distance runners sometimes develop temporary hematuria due to intense physical activity. Signs and symptoms. Depending on the causes, the patient may experience red or pink urine, burning urination, painful urination, frequent urination, urgency, fever, chills, back pain, flank pain, lower abdominal pain, then passage of blood clots, weakness and fatigue. When it is dangerous, seek immediate medical attention if large blood clots are present, urine flow is blocked, severe pain occurs, high fever develops, significant bleeding continues, dizziness or weakness appears. Diagnosis. Doctors may advise urinary examination to detect RBC, infection or protein. Blood test to assess kidney function and infection. Ultrasound to identify the stones, tumors and structural abnormalities. Cystoscopy. A camera is inserted into the bladder to detect the abnormalities. General management. Drink adequate water, avoid self-medication, treat infections promptly, control blood pressure, control diabetes, follow medical advice. These are most essential. Now we are coming to the homeopathic approach. Homeopathy treats the patient according to the totality of symptoms, that is the mind symptoms and the body symptoms. The following medicines are commonly considered depending on individual symptoms. Number 1 is Cantharis. Cantharis is used in intense burning before, during, and after urination. Friends, severe urinary infection. Then after bloody urine, severe urinary irritation. Then the Cantharis becomes. It should be taken in 30 potency. Don't take in large potency immediately. Use 3 to 4 weeks. Then after, if not improving, change the power of medicine. No change of medicine if the symptoms are same as described. Terebinthina. Terebinthina is indicated when dark, smoky urine, blood mixed with urine, kidney irritation, burning sensation. Then coming Hemamelis. Hemamelis is indicated in passive bleeding, dark venous blood, soreness in affected area or affected parts. Mercor, severe burning, intense urging, scanty urine, blood and mucus in the urine. Then coming to the phosphorus. Phosphorus is indicated with the bright red bleeding, weakness too much, bleeding tendency also. Then coming millefolium. Indications are painful hematuria, bleeding after injury, bright blood in urine. The millefolium is the medicine. It should also be taken in 30 potency. Duration should be minimum 3 to 4 weeks. If it is improving, continue the medicine for 3 to 6 months. Berberis vulgaris. Kidney stone complaints, reducing kidney pain, blood in urine. Then Berberis vulgaris is the medicine. Then coming to Lycopodium. Lycopodium is a medicine when right-sided kidney complaints. Right-sided. Remember, right-sided. Red sand in urine. When you are keeping the urine in a bottle, then you will find red sand in the urine. Sediment will come down and urinary stones. Then the medicine is becoming Lycopodium. Sarsaparilla. Severe pain at the end of urination. Gravel and stones. Blood in the urine. Then coming Equisetum, a great medicine. Equisetum is indicated bladder irritation, frequent urination, blood in urine. Then the Equisetum is becoming the medicine. Homeopathic medicine should be selected according to the patient's complete symptoms, picture, and under the guidance of a qualified homeopathic practitioner. Blood in the urine can sometimes indicate a serious disease. Proper diagnosis and investigation should never be delayed, and it should always be tested under the supervision of a qualified homeopathic physician. Friends, that's all for today. I hope you listen the video carefully and nicely, and don't forget to send to your friends. Thank you. Long live homeopathy, long live Handyman.